Everything seemed brighter. For Jake, Leo, Ethan, Mia, and Chloe, it was the season of endless possibilities. Whether it was competing in a ridiculous obstacle course they set up in the park, or seeing who could eat the most ice cream without getting a brain freeze, every day was an adventure. One day, in the middle of a sunlit park, Jake and Leo were mid-race, laughing as they tried to outdo each other. Leo hurled a water balloon at Jake, hitting him square in the face, and Jake laughed before shouting,
"You're going down, Leo."
Leo grinned back, saying,
"We'll see about that."
Meanwhile, Ethan sat nearby, sketching in his notebook, quietly observing his friends. He looked up and dryly commented,
"Jake is gonna get soaked at this rate."
which made Mia and Chloe, who were cheering them on, burst out laughing. Mia teased.
I bet Jake won't last another round.
Chloe, always the supportive friend, added with a smile.
But he's got the best aim, so maybe he will.
Their laughter echoed through the park, a reminder of the carefree days they thought would never end. As the sun began to set, the group gathered at Jake's houses. They were lounging around, watching a movie, and munching on snacks. The atmosphere was light, filled with the usual banter, until Jake's mom entered the room. She had that serious look on her face, the kind that made you sit up and pay attention.
Jake, honey, can we talk? There's something you need to know.
The room fell silent as Jake paused the movie. He turned to his mom and said,
"Sure, Mum. What's up?"
with a deep breath,
Your dad got a promotion. We're moving to the city next month.
the shock was palpable. Leo, ever the jokester, tried to lighten the mood, saying,
Wait, so you're saying Jake's gonna be a city slicker now? Does this mean that we have to start calling him City Jake?
The group chuckled, but there was an underlying tension. Chloe teased Jake,
Yeah, Jake, don't forget us small town folks when you're all big and important.
while Jake, trying to mask his own uncertainty, responded with a half joke.
As if I could forget you guys. You probably come to the city just to annoy me.
Mia grinned and chimed in.
You know it.
The room was filled with laughter again. But everyone knew that things were about to change. Determined to make the most of their last night together, the group walked through the quiet streets, brainstorming ideas. Leo, ever the instigator, said,
I've got it. We'll do scavenger hunt, our own version of The Amazing Race, but in our town.
Ethan, always practical, added,
With crazy challenges at all our favorite spots. Like getting Leo to eat something healthy for once.
Mia laughed and said,
Yeah, right. Good luck with that.
Chloe, already on board with the idea, smiled and said,
I'm in. Let's make this night something we'll never forget.
and just like that, the mood shifted. What started as a sad night turned into a mission, one last adventure, one last hurrah, before everything changed. Later that night, the friends found themselves on the rooftop of their school, overlooking the town they had grown up in. The stars were out, and a comfortable silence settled over them. Chloe broke the silence, saying softly,
You know, I'm really gonna miss this place. But I think what I'll miss the most is this us.
Leo, ever the joker, couldn't resist saying.
You mean you're gonna miss my amazing sense of humor?
Mia quickly teased.
More like your ridiculous pranks.
They all laughed, though the mood was tinged with a bit of sadness. Ethan, always the thinker, became serious and said,
I'm gonna miss this too. But I think we'll be okay. We've been through a lot together. And maybe, just maybe, this is all part of God's plan for us.
Jake, who had been quiet until now, nodded and said,
It's hard, but I think you're right. Maybe this is just the beginning of something new. Something we can't see yet.
Sometimes, the hardest things to say are the most important. And sometimes, The most important things are said in the quiet moments when you're not even trying. As midnight approached, the friends decided to do something wild. They broke into their school's gymnasium. Leo laughed as he said,
Who knew breaking into school would be this much fun?
Mia giggled and replied.
I know, right? I'm starting to think we should have done this years ago.
The group started an impromptu game of dodgeball, using whatever they could find as balls. It quickly turned chaotic, with everyone dodging and throwing with reckless abandon. Leo, laughing, shouted,
Watch out! Here comes the dodgeball champion.
In that gym, in the middle of the night, they weren't just playing dodgeball. They were dodging the reality that was coming for them. But sometimes, a little madness is exactly what you need to stay sane. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, the friends found a quiet hilltop to watch the sunrise. Chloe, with a soft smile, quoted,
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it.
She then said,
That verse always makes me think of us. No matter what happens, we always find our way back to light.
Jake nodded and said,
Yeah, I think that's what makes this all okay. We might be going in different directions, but our faith will keep us connected.
Leo, never missing a chance to joke, added,
Does that mean we're like spiritually bonded or something? Like their superhero teams?
Mia laughed and replied.
Something like that, but way cooler.
They all laughed again, feeling a sense of peace as the first light of day washed over them. As the sun rose, so did their spirits. They knew that this wasn't the end, just a new beginning, with God's light guiding them every step of the way. Life is full of changes. Some we see coming, and some take us by surprise. But with faith, friends, and a little humor, there's no challenge we can't face. And so, as one chapter ended, another began, filled with new adventures, new friendships, and the promise that no matter where life takes us, we're never truly alone.
Moonlight fades, stars dim low. Whispered goodbyes, where do we go? We danced in silence, hearts slow. But now it's time to let you go. Last night together, just you and me. A moment frozen in eternity. We held on tight, afraid to see the dawn that comes to set